Welcome to World at Work TV. I'm Allison Avalos, and I'm joined today by Marc Schoenen and John Schirm with Google, and we're here to talk about their compensation program. John, I'll start off with you. Can you talk a little bit about your compensation program and some of the objectives?
Sure. We really have three different objectives. The first is to attract and retain talent. The second is to pay for performance. And the third is to make sure that we're aligning our employee performance outcomes with shareholder performance outcomes.
And how does providing data to your planners help you achieve these objectives?
Absolutely. So when we provide data to our planners, we're really looking to do a few things. One, we're looking to empower our planners to really make investments in their organizations where they feel the individuals are high performers and warrant potentially larger increases or bonuses or equity grants. And we can do that through data by showing folks trends, showing folks correlation between performance outcomes and payout outcomes. And we found that it's really helpful to give that data to planners.
Marc, what governance mechanisms do you include in your compensation program and your plan?
So just like most compensation programs, we have a budget. So there's a total number of whether it's equity units or salary dollars or bonus dollars that we can give out. But in addition to that, we review a lot of data to make sure that we're getting to the right outcomes that align to those philosophies that John just mentioned. So we will review our outcomes to make sure that the planning decisions that our planners make are aligned with either the ranges that we model, or if they're outside the ranges, that there's a good principled rationale why they've gone outside the ranges.
So, John, are there tools or training provided to your planners to help them communicate that to employees?
Yeah, we provide a number of tools to our planners. When I say planners, I mean our managers who are planning for compensation outcomes.
Okay.
And we'll take a number of different approaches. We make sure that there are planner guides given to our planners so that as they're planning, they can read through the philosophy and really think about what they're trying to incentivize with the different compensation elements. We'll put together short videos for maybe the planner that doesn't have as much time to read through the full planning guide and just wants kind of a refresh on our comp philosophy. And also we'll use webcasts to get to our manager population and really engage them and have them ask questions live so that we have that dialogue with planners and they're able to get their questions answered in real time.
Marc, what types of hurdles have you all encountered as you've tried to scale your compensation programs over time and with the evolution of how folks are rewarded?
Google is a complex company. When John and I joined 7 years ago, we have now quadrupled in headcount since then. So as we invest in new products, as we build Google offices in new regions, fundamentally what we need to do as a compensation team changes, and we need to iterate and evolve with that change. So when we think about scaling our process, we really are trying to figure out how do we involve as many people as possible to get to the right compensation outcomes for all of our Googlers, and not only how we do that now, but how do we do it for the next time we quadruple.
What advice would you give to other total rewards professionals who are looking at the next 5 to 10 years and thinking about how things have evolved and how to set yourself up for success for the coming years?
I'd say it's an iterative process. We are constantly making changes in our compensation programs, in our design, in our programmatic execution, in the way that we communicate. Every time that you run a compensation planning cycle, think about what hasn't gone as well as it could have and how could we change it better in the future. How do we involve our end Googlers or your end clients in being involved in and being the advocates for the compensation philosophy? And if you can make small changes over a period of 5 to 10 years, you're going to have a transformative effect on your corporation.
John, any advice from you?
Yeah, I think Marc really outlined it well there. I would really say, look at the different pieces of data you can provide to your planners. Think about incremental analyses that may help nudge planners towards the outcomes that you want. So if you're focused on a pay-for-performance culture, try to, show that in maybe a graphical form or flag the different employees that you want managers to look at. But definitely not getting bogged down and trying to release too much too fast. So really figuring out where you can add value for your planners and focusing them and getting them bought into the different statistics you're providing them.
Well, I appreciate both of you taking the time to kind of share your experience with what you're doing now and also some advice for the future. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
For World at Work, I'm Allison Avalos.